I don't know. You know what I'm
show?
going to do?
No, you tell me.
I'm going to bring up Paul Kozlowski.
So
Friend
we
of
can
yours,
maybe dump
friend
on
of
him in a
his,
minute.
friend of mine. Huh?
Yes.
He's a great comedian, and he's traveled the globe just like, well, Mr. Gavin has. He's gone all over the country, and he's here for you right now. Please, a nice round of applause for Mr. Paul Kozlowski.
All right. All right.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, wow. That's okay, really. It's nice to be back in New England. I just got back. I was working down in Alabama, in the middle of nowhere. Nothing around for hundreds of miles, but I was at this disco. And you guys haven't lived till you've seen guys in tractor caps trying to break dance. This is a stand. This is a stand. This is a stand by your man, my man, my man. I don't know. I was staying in hotels all summer. The only thing to read in hotels is the Bible, you know. So I've been reading it, and I've come up with religious questions. Like, how come there aren't any guys named Job anymore? Where's Job? He's over at the 7-Eleven with Lot and Esau. Another thing, in the Bible, they're always talking about these people. These Ephesians, these Thessalonians, these Corinthian people. Where are these people now? Every night on the news, there's a story on the Middle East. Where did the Ephesians go? Where are they? The Ephesians are in Belgium, Paul. The Thessalonians are in Peru. And the Corinthians are in Detroit making leather car seats. That's where they went. Those are the guys, the saints were always writing to those guys. You know, I always wondered if, on a bad day, the saints just mailed out postcards. Dear Ephesians, having a wonderful time here at the Sea of Galilee. Wish you were here. Paul 13:12-22. That was his address. He lived on 1312th Street. 22 was the zip code, only 2 digits back then. There you go. Well, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I was raised by wolves. All right, I wasn't exactly raised. They had me over a lot. Gave me tips. My mother was from the old country, though. So, of course, I didn't get my umbilical cord cut till I was 17. I never had to eat. Eventually, I became a hell of a jump roper. My mom was always telling me how I reminded her of my father. That would really piss my dad off. Because he hated the guy. Anyway, if a dating tip, I found a great place to pick up chicks. The hospital. It's great. First of all, it's a cheap date, because those girls can't go anywhere. Second of all, most of those women are on medication, so they're in real good moods. Third of all, a fun thing leads to another. They're already in bed. Wait, I'm not saying to go screw somebody in intensive care, for God's sakes. Those girls are hooked up to monitors. The nurses would know something's up. I'm talking about a nice girl with whooping cough or who just had her appendix out. You're all set. And there you go. You're getting a bonus here, folks, in TV land. Not only are you getting a comedy show, you're getting an added plus, a free dating tip. You're welcome. I've been busy. You know, a lot of people have been complaining about the summer. It really has sucked. Rained every day, but, you know, I hate the winter. I froze my ass off this winter. I had to install a new heating system in my home. It heats with microwaves. It makes good sense why heat your whole house when you can just heat you and your family. You don't have to worry about the kids turning up the thermostat. Anybody cold? No, Dad, we're fine. I don't know. Hey, Dave, why so glum? It's these damned leeches. I've tried everything. Nothing keeps them from sticking to my eyes and sucking out my blood. Have you tried leech off? Leech off? Yes, leech off works naturally with hydrochloric acid. Just a few drops in each eye and you can kiss those leeches goodbye. I'll try it. 2 weeks later. Hey, Dave, why so glum? Well, the leech off ate through my retinas, the leeches crawled inside my brain and have attached themselves to my sinus cavities. Maybe you should try to improve leech off with radioactive scabies larvae. I'll try it. 2 weeks later. Dave, why so glum? What? I can't hear you. My ears are filled with pus. I said, why so glum? I'm not glum. I was just standing here. So, how are you doing? Good. How are you? I'm fine. Boy, it was nice out today. Yes, it was. Sorry, I don't have an ending. I'm sorry. Oh, stop it, really. It's just my job, really. Well, folks, you've been great. Before I go, what is looked over? I see this guy going like this. Means I've gone way over. What the hell, Mike? This is my show from now on. Roll the credits. The Paul Kozlowski Comedy Show. Well, no, okay, I gotta go. But one thing before I go. You seem like a nice crowd, and here's a little tip. This is some advice my dad gave me once. I once felt sorry for myself because I had no shoes. And then I met a man that had no feet. So I said, hey, can I have your shoes? You're not using them. Thank you very much. My name's Paul Kozlowski. Back there. Thank you, Mike.
Turn up, Polly.
Thank you.
Let's grab this mic right here.
Oh, beautiful.
Flip her right on. Paul Kozlowski, ladies. How you doing, Paul? Paul just moved into a new apartment
Yes.
with a fellow comedian,
Yes.
Mr. Brian Kiley. So it's a comedy household, all comedians there, right?
Yes, it is. It's very nice.
And what's going on there?
We're cooking and watching TV and
Cooking,
going to the
huh?
bathroom sometimes. And, just everything, really.
Um,
Using that whole Mike, I've been watching the show from the monitor in the back, and
Yeah.
you're sort of doing the David Susskind thing right up here. Kind of,
David Susskind with the legs?
asking questions like this with your hand like this,
Well, at least
I don't know, you're
I
very
was
cool.
able
It's
early
very-
enough to get somebody to lend you a coat. So Paul came to the show, he had on a white shirt, and they say to you, you're doing this TV show, you can't wear white because the white reflects the light and the cameras go wild. So, of course, Paul showed up with white, and
God,
so
sorry.
we beat the hell out of some poor guy that's in the back there, and he's about Paul's size, and took the leather jacket.
Maybe I did know about the white thing. I just wanted a new coat. It's leather.
a good
It's
one,
very
too.
good. I think I made out quite well tonight.
Well, I don't think he would have minded it, but you took his pants too, and
I'll give them back.
okay, just in a little while.
Sure.
Anything exciting coming up in the Kozlowski career?
No. This is it. The Brookline Cable Show.
Brookline Cable Show is about it.
Yeah, that's it. Brookline
been like-
Cable, one of the suckiest cable systems in the.
Why is that?
Well,
you have cable? You live in the.
I just got the
You live
Brookline
in
Cable.
Austin, right? You
Yes.
just moved into Austin, so you have
It only
cable.
took about a year to get it. I called up on the phone. We'll take anything. We'll take every. No, we'll have to send you a brochure. We'll take whatever you have. No, and I found out because they give you the brochures, and it's like one sucky channel, 60 really lousy sucky channels, and then one good channel like Home Box. And the packages are like that. They're a ripoff. This place is a ripoff. Cancel cable after the show. You got all these religious. You got 50,000 religious channels.
Well, those
And
are the kind
they-
of things I'm sure you'd be up to watching.
I do. I watch. They got sitcoms on now, and
the
game shows
religious?
on the religious channels because nobody was watching them because there are 5 million of them.
I like watching Tammy cry.
I just wonder what kind of religious situation comedies they were going to come up with. Like, can I picture something like da 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 da? It's time for Leave It to Jesus. Maybe I dream of Jesus. Dr. Bellows, I can explain where all those loaves and fishes came from. So anyway, Brookline Cablevision really does blow. And I'm going to be late with my bill. Too bad.
That's kind of a priori knowledge, don't you think? That's a given.
Yeah.
Kozlowski won't pay.
Yeah.
The stuff comes with the shut-off notice. You start to look at the checkbook.
Yep. Well,
Where are you working this weekend?
Shut up. Where am I working this week?
Gav, you got any questions you want to ask him?
Absolutely not.
No, I didn't think so.
I'm going out west,
Are you going out
Yeah.
west? How far?
San Francisco.
San Fran?
Yes.
Oh, you're going out to Bobby Goldthwait's wedding.
Yes. I don't want to drop names, so you did. And yes. Bobby
do me a
Goldthwait,
favor?
the famous Bobby Goldthwait in movies?
That's right. Could you do me a favor and
What?
lean back just a little bit further on that?
Sure.
The reason we built this new set was just for me to be able to watch a comedian eventually tumble backwards, so people be looking for that in future shows. Right now, we're going to go into a break, and we'll be right back with more spectacular comedy right after this.